though. Doesn't even have to flash. Really nicely played, had the 2 stacks. And now Croco is out of position and Kanavi's found him. Sheer moves over to finish the job as well, but here comes Ala to try and turn it around. Sheer has to flash, but Ala executes him. Croco falls, and Ala now in a 1v1 with Kanavi, and Kanavi finds the root. The red buff to slow. Flash on cooldown for both players. Ala will walk away.
This is going to have to be JDG's task for today. Can they basically beat themselves and be a little bit more proactive in that early game? Croco.
Can they fight their demons? Now his demons are in the mid lane right now, and he just is going to burn down Croco, autoing him to death as now the vines come through onto the rest of the team. Kael gets his shield, the true shot. Barrage! Finds Croco, he face plants into the wall, and JDG managed to answer the pick onto Yagal.
A ruler finds a pick from downtown. And now Sheer?
All in on the top side. Sheer uses his ult defensively, gets a stun, but Ala still has that Grandmaster's might. We've seen him find kills here before. Flash would have...
So oppressive on the Rift. Hasn't quite been the case for Summer, but he's looking to redeem that.
Arrow in the mid lane, and it hits Yagal. Cleanse immediately comes on. Wait, no, Buffered, sorry. He does not have Cleanse. Shags finishes the job. Great arrow from Hope. And now in the bottom side, Ruler forced away, missing over the wall as well. Pyroclasm follows, though. It's a lot of damage. It's not a kill, but it should be a Drake.
They do have the numbers advantage right here, Yagal.
Biggest players that we need to see a great game from are in the bot side from both teams, to be honest. JDG, though, starting these grubs off. AL already with 3. Kanavi caught. Kael, can he follow up? His ultimate is on cooldown, but missing. Has to engage to try and save his team. Will be stunned up and will be taken down. AL find a kill. Perhaps 6 grubs, but whether or not they want to commit is a different question.
Oh, Hope with the heat-seeking arrows the entire game. And of course, Croco, fantastic performance. I mean, the 0-2 doesn't really tell the tale of how well he's been playing on this brand. I hope we get to see a replay right there, because he kept bouncing those ultimates onto Kanavi and Yagal. They couldn't step forward. This time around...
Particularly good at clearing that mid-wave, to be honest. It takes them a little while, doesn't it? So it ends up fairly neutral.
They can feel each other's struggle.
By the way, this is still the first Drake of the game. Neither team ever committed to taking the Drake. AL finally will try and do precisely that. It's ward in the back of the pit. There's a ward under the Drake as well. JDG look like they want to fight with Kanavi. Yeah, he's only in the mid lane for now. Drake taken by AL, but perhaps a fight could come on through. Missing hunting for an engage here, but it's hard at that range as Rel without flash. And now they're going to get Herald as well. JDG sort of half committing to a bot side play for the Dragon, but late to the play, and I think AL probably walking away scratching their heads from that. We're wondering what happened. Yagal tried to finish the cannon, but the TP comes through, but now Kanavi turns it around onto Ala, but no! Just a split hair away from the tower. So close to finishing Ala.
You just can't miss. They are actually going to use that Rift Herald in the mid lane just to open up the map a little bit more. AL have been playing fantastically well from Fog of War and taking small advantages on the map, like taking that mid lane tier 1. You'll see them instantly on the next reset. They're going to break.
Right, because we're getting into the mid game on a very even kill. Gold is within 100 of the two teams here. A lot of that in the pocket of Shanks. How did JDG approach this? Because it feels like AL have been the ones in control of the map, but then JDG did get the most recent Drake. How do they turn the tide? It's not getting hit by Hope's Ash Arrows, that's for sure. Hope has been incredible on this Ash pick. Missing moves in, gets some vision control, sets up for Yagal to finish the tier 1 on the top side, and Kanavi continues to extend that vision control further into the jungle of AL. AL not going to let that go without a fight. Ala has found a very deep flank. He TP'd onto that ward, but it's not even needed. Yagal's just found by the rest of the team, and Kanavi now becomes the target. Strangled Thorns come down. Ala's got a bit too deep, but he's got a Seekers. He keeps himself alive. The root comes up through Counter-Strike, not enough, and Sheer gets his moment over the wall. The stuns come through, but it's not enough, and AL's still fighting out. Ruler dives forwards. Croco the target, turns golden as Ruler in a 2v1 finds them. He's back.
You criticize Ruler for not being peaked Ruler is back to that peak performance. Zara and Ezreal staying alive means you can use the plants to go for the Baron as well. You have to use them sort of as damage sources and as tank source as well. So you'll see one hit will go onto the plant, the other one will be tanked by JDG. And what a fantastic team fight to bring.
That was a 26-minute fight. That is obscene.
And for anyone who's going to say that it's placebo, because Ezreal is a poke champion, he single-handed almost won them that entire fight.
No.
To landing everything.
Oh, God.
I will shut up next. I'll shut up next time. That was straight up Kasakas. I'm sorry, Ruler. I'm sorry, man.
I mean, look.
4 items on this Ezreal Shojin completed. Seer, no!
Oh no, Blastcone's right into his own demise. The stun will come through. Pyroclasm burns him too. And Crisp and Kyle.
Bodies one by one into JDG, and JDG picked them apart 4 versus 5. It's not going to be quite the same case right here. AL have a lot of range in their kit, and if you dive into them, Brand is going to have an absolute great time. Or Shanks.
He's found Shanks. He's found Shanks on the bot side of the play. JDG with a man advantage. AL sent packing on the bottom side. The Croco caught the back a bit. Has to flash. And now the arrow goes in. Ala finishes off one and evens things up. Ala back out of the pit. It will be Drake for JDG.
That was a great.
That was a big one. Ooh, coming through there. Ala's got on the top side. Oh no. We were in a replay. We were watching the oohs and ahs from the crowd. And Ala ends up falling. An uncharacteristic mistake from him. Now Croco, will be forced to back away. He's 1 HP. He's surely going to go down. Kyle tries to save him, but Kyle might just fall as well. Oh, the snipe from Ruler is gorgeous. Yagao over the wall just finds a way to die before the team fight is over. Fantastically consistent play from Yagao this game, but Ruler turning this into a win for JDG. These fights have been immaculate.
They could end up ending the game. There's 20 seconds onto Ale and about 30 plus for anyone else. JDG are just storming mid lane to take the game.
Yagao having a struggle, but the rest of JDG making it happen. Kyle trying to pull the minion wave away, but he falls, and with a cannon there, this will be game. Aya looked so good early on in the game, but when it came down to it, JDG stepped up.
Alistair, not this case. We haven't seen a Maokai support in quite a while. Can very easily mark territory as well with all the seeds. Now the ward is going to expire. Kanavi is sprinting towards the tops of the map, but so is Croco. Last time those two guys met, it was disaster.
There's no stun for Sheer. There is just no play here for JDG. But I guess there's no play here for AL either, because Sheer's in a defensive position.
Shanks.
Kanavi now going to be chased out of his own jungle as Shanks gets the jump onto him. Flash available for Shanks. There's the reset. Kanavi already flashed. That's first blood. AL take the lead once more.
And you remember how important that mid lane was for both of these junglers, allowing you the free...
Out from Shanks. He is level 6, and Yagao fully respects that level discrepancy as he just bounced out, but... Now a play on the top side. Ala, the target, crash down, lands, and Sheer has some damage and a half. That's going to be Kanavi helping out as Sheer grabs himself a kill right before the grubs spawn on the top side. Croco didn't find the stun. It means AL just have to back away.
Great play from JDG. They knew that the river did not belong to them with too many members of AL around. They're looking for more.
So greedy. What are you doing there, lads? They know that they don't have a top laner. They try and clear the ward. I guess they thought JDG had fully committed to the grubs, but that was way too far.
I don't know what they think that they thought that they were thinking. I've not seen JDG be this proactive in a very long time. Kanavi, though, is going to spot Ale.
Ale forced away. Look at the size of that top wave that's about to crash onto the tower. Sheer will be able to push that as slowly as he physically can.
Uh-oh.
Oh, he just used his E as well. He's going to walk straight into three of them. Sheer. He lacked critical information. Now he lacks his critical vitals. Sheer going to try and get underneath the tower, maybe get a plate or something. I don't know. Goes down in the end, 1v3. Shanks now caught towards the mid lane, but he'll be able to just rocket jump his way to safety.
Towards the top side of the map, just in case JDG were following up with a play. Gets caught in the river. Ruler, though.
Oh. Oh, is this going to continue? Is Hope going to get dived by Ruler? The flash forwards, and Hope gets the shield. But that is the Requiem, and Kanavi sweeps up and
Ruler and Kanavi against the world once again missing, has found enemy support.
KL pulled back in, and Kanavi just getting kills gifted on a silver platter here.
Oh, no, Yagao.
Back-to-back. Yagao TP's in. Shanks can look for something as Croco is there alongside him in the mid lane. Ala crashes away, starts to move towards them.
After the solo kill, presses B, goes towards the top side of the map. Yagao.
Dive in the mid lane. Yagao the target once again. Ala happy to go underneath the tower and finish the job. Shanks grabs it with the bomb in the end. And AL starting to put some pressure back on towards JDG. They knew they were falling behind and they've got to do something about it. Ruler in the meantime, though, is just taking a solo tower on Zeri top lane. Croco found in the jungle. Missing goes in with absolutely no follow-up from anyone. Has to flash back out. And Kanavi now found by Shanks in the jungle. Flashes towards... What? Shanks still alive. Requiem not available. 2 seconds on that cooldown. Sheer over the wall now to find the follow-up. Shanks jumps away though, and Sheer trying to close the gap, but there's a ward. He's still being hit by these bombs as Shanks still in enemy territory right now. He's been there forever. Kale trying to get into the brush, and that's a Requiem across the team. It's a double kill on the Requiem. The burn is there on Shanks, and missing will set up for Sheer to finish the job.
That was one of the most chaotic fights.
TP comes through top from Sheer, and immediately there is an answer from Shanks, and suddenly Sheer is on the wrong side of this party. Requiem gonna come on through. It will chunk everyone. I don't know if that's necessarily enough for Sheer to turn it into anything. Then again, I guess it's just first strike as well. Sheer just running around the map as long as he can, buying as much time for his team as possible. And it's set up well for JDG now, slamming Herald in the mid lane, while Yagao pushes in the bottom lane as well. This will be a tier 1 in the mid lane taken, as JDG, they lose their top laner. Maybe look for more in the mid lane as well. The Herald might get a second charge here. No, the minion wave just there in time. Strange mistakes in this one, but overall it feels like this is a much higher quality series than perhaps JDG have shown so far in the group stage. Really nice to see that this is competitive, and the Hope is caught out once again. Ruler trying to find him. Remember, Requiem is there, and the rocket from Yagao, is it enough? Not quite. 200 health remaining as Ala chunked by Sheer and forced to back away. The Grandmaster's Might keeps him alive, but that's all that keeps him alive.
And that is the ultimate gone for Jack. Super chunked down for Ali. Doesn't have time to go back to base and TP back in. Doesn't have the summoner spell available. JDG for some more pocket. For Kanavi right there.
How much?
Presses on cooldown. Cash is in. Yep.
So he
not needed for another, let's say, realistically 3.5 minutes for the next technically fight for an objective.
Yeah, he did that about 2010. So I'm going to keep my eyes. Or in fact, we can see the cooldown is 65 minutes away. I didn't realize the observers had clicked him. So a minute until that next one comes up. Ruler caught! Twice in 2 games, Ruler just pushes up mid too far alone. That could be Baron.
Hope literally 2 minutes ago did the exact same thing. AL are going to be starting the Baron.
No.
Only 180 carry remaining out of the 2. Yagao is going to have to do damage for both.
Oh, Ruler, that is just not it, is it? That's going to be Baron, unless Kanavi can get into the pit. Smite! Of course he can! It's Kanavi! Goes into death, but it doesn't matter because he's caught this! And JDG are finding a buy anyway. No Shanks! Finishes it off! The health bars aren't enough! Somehow there's only 1 man remaining on the Rift! One more Q will finish the job as he rejoins the rest of his team. Ala pushing in that top side as well. Remember, the Jacks only going to get stronger with time in a side lane, but JDG really want to fight for this Drake if they can.
And a few things that are very dangerous for AL right here. Hope does not have his flash or his cleanse available. Does he get caught in one of the wombo combos? Does he get caught by missing? This could be huge right here. The Requiem is going to be used for a lot of poke.
Pre-fight Requiem sets it up. Croco moves in and he gets the smite. Nicely done. Revenge for the Baron as he jumps in with a Pyroclasm as well. This is a fight for AL that's 4v5 and they're winning it anyway. Allah is on the flank as Ruler tries to pop up, but Hope's alive. And Allah arrives on the scene. Ruler kiting away, but a Void Seeker finds its mark. AL back in the game.
Hands down. Great flank from Allah as well to pick up any stragglers into the backline. Great team fight from AL after all.
Oh no, Yagao's caught. Oh, Yagao.
Wait, what?
No, come on, man. JDG taken apart at the Dragon. It's a third Drake for AL, and now Yagao caught out in the side lane for no reason at all.
Baron is the place that you definitely want to be fighting when you are the Karthus. You can take this down so quickly. You've got double AD carry, you've got Cleaver onto that Renekton as well. This could be a huge fight for them. Okay. Karthus 6 down, missing with an insane positioning right there. Magical has to move out. AL are walking in.
Here. JDG are going to grab themselves. Baron, but Allah gets a counter-strike on everyone. Hope there to follow up, and AL win the fight already. Requiem comes on through as Yagao last alive and taken down AL. Decisive answer to JDG's action.
AL absolutely run over JDG. JDG cramped up on that Baron, got engaged on Hope, jumps into the backline, absolutely decimates them. AL, could they potentially be looking for an end here? They do have 4 members. Tristan and Jack steal a lot of damage to towers.
My wishes have been answered. AL are going to push us to 3 games. 20 seconds on the respawns, and there is a minion wave to work with. Shanks immediately gets onto the tower, and just a great team fight coming out from AL. Everybody pitching in, everybody being a part of it. Nexus laid bare, nothing Missing can do about it. 19-12 as
Poppy gets quite poked down as a melee champion into the cannon, so it's not very easy. However, you need to make sure that whatever champion you pick has a little bit of a self-agency in terms of getting out of all that all-in that AL have drafted. TF is not one of those. That is 3 immobile.
The scoreboard, and this split, they've managed to pick up this roster of XWE talent with Allah coming over from EDG as well. And now they look like a team that could contend for the top of the table. Kanavi spotted on a ward. Alan now setting up for Croco to move into this top side. Flashes for double marks, but he went way too far forwards and gave over first blood. Croco has to answer, but Kanavi flashes away. 2 carries, hammering away at Sejuani. I'm not sure the pig survives that one. Kill for Kanavi, and 1 for the top laner, Sheer as well.
Ali needs a bunch of that mana to pressure in that wave and could get punished for that. Croco on the long way around, looking for Sheer. Ale has been poked down quite a bit, but he's level 6.
That's the 1v1 that Sheer wants right now. Hope's been found at the bottom side. Exhaust lands, and that's the concussive blows as well. Stun comes in. Cleanse is good, and he stands behind the tower. Missing survives as well. Everyone 100 HP as now Kale moves into the bottom side as well, looking for the 2v2. In the meantime, I think the dive went through onto Sheer in the end and set up for a kill onto Ale.
Void grabs right there, but Ale's like literally 1 HP, has to reset, which gives a lot of,
Flash for the stun. Ruler flashes the Zenith Blade, but it does not matter at all.
What is going on?
Happy to tank that one. Hope we'll get a bunch of plate holders on Kanavi. Getting the grubs in the top side. I mean, will we ever get a replay of any of that? We're still somehow even in this game with all of this chaos going on.
Maybe we'll get all of them, starting with the dive onto Sheer. This is not necessarily a dive. You see that Sheer was trying to pull the so aggressively.
Both teams definitely know what's going on here. Unfortunately for Sheer, this is going to push him towards Croco. Combo onto Al. I mean, he's dead before he even gets to move.
I'll take it back. Munch, I'll take it back. I don't think Ale knew. I thought they were playing sort of the... Oh, wasn't
wards.
Spotted, okay.
There's no wards, didn't get spotted, moves into the 3rd brush. That's nice for him. His bottom quadrant currently up right now. And Croco is pathing towards the top side. He's still a while away, just headed towards Wolves now as the all-in comes out from Allah, but he's been baited and he's been outsmarted. Sheer looks for the gold card and will find it. 1 more Q and Kanavi grabs a bonus.
Kanavi is making sure that Sheer gets ahead of the game in this one. On the TF, having that strong side lane pressure. They do have the 2 Void grabs. Well, completed Kraken Slayer plus Crit Cloak. They're ready to fight this.
They're ready to go if they get an angle. Proto Belt or Rocket Belt, sorry, for Al. You know, I don't know when Rocket Belt will be my first shout for that item, but I think it'll be a good few years just yet. Feels like, I don't know, it just feels like the right name to me.
Do you still say tabbies?
I do still say
tabbies are goated.
I'm trying to say the correct name. I'm trying to say plate and steel counts because, you know, I'm a commentator. I just find it hard. It's still tabbies in my head. Ala on the front line here is a flash forwards onto Kanabi, but he just flashes back out. The Pyroclasm bouncing around the team. And there's a flank from Yagao on the back line as well. He's had a rough series, but he redeems himself. Shanks forced away, and JDG come out on top.
Oh my god, missing right there was huge onto this probe. Not only did he soak up so much pressure, he forced Hope to...
Ala actually stole the big chicken there. Fair play. But so far, 3,000 gold lead for JDG, and Sheer wants to extend that, pressing down in that bottom lane as the rest of the team sets up for a pick on the top side. I don't know why we're looking at Shanks right now. There's a fight going on. Kael just about surviving for a second, and he actually walks away. And now the return damage missing, gets a knock-up, jumps over to the rest of his team. How are they still surviving this one? The burn on Croco, he'll fall as the bowler goes wide. It's a disaster for AL.
Great goal. JDG, not only are they going to take the dragon off of that play from Sheer, but they're also going to take that refill down mid lane. Take that mid lane tier 1, so important. Again, JDG are running on all cylinders now. Ale, he's the one that has to run away.
It was him trying to make the play on Sheer just a moment ago. Ale, no ultimate available. Yagao happy to back away as the rapid fire cannon gold card comes through, and Sheer takes yet another 4-1 and 3. What a state! Yagao is pushing in the bottom side, but he doesn't know that there are 2 people in the brush behind him. That's a whole lot of lightning, and that's an easy kill for AL.
Yeah, that was a little bit of an overextension right there from Yagao. You saw JDG sort of hovering towards the bold side of Croco's quadrant. The missing was just about setting up the vision, so you definitely did not know where majority of the AL members were. A little bit of overextension from Yagao, gets instantly punished by AL. They really need those skills to start coming through. They want to get back into this game again. Their team fighting composition is insane.
Ruler is caught in the jungle. That was a Destiny coming out from Sheer to try and save the day, and he comes in to go 1-for-1. And now Kael trying to escape through the jungle. The blast cone won't get him to safety. The card follows. That was miraculous from Sheer, and now Baron is up on the map. Croco's in the area. Does JDG want to pull the trigger on this? Hope's moving over, and suddenly Concussive Blows is there. Kanavi flashes forward, Pillar of Flame comes in, Pyroclasm to get the passive burning. Concussive Blows back in play. Knock up now onto Croco. He tried to save his AD carry, but all he's done is put his own life on the line. Missing blasts him back into the play, and JDG, this is all over.
Sheer is the main AD carry now for J.
How much I've been complimenting this player, but showing us why he's been receiving so many compliments, showing us why he's been such a potent pickup for JDG. Solar Flare in the mid lane. Yagao kind of caught out, flashes over into Raptors and will survive. Missing now, looks for a re-engage. Destiny comes on through, and Hope has nowhere to go. JDG, they're just running AL around the map.
However, for this play, they had to give up their Baron buff on that bot lane wave. Yeah, and it's going to get completely killed off by Ale. Only the cannon miner is going to survive. No, he went to the forward.
The lightning ram has found its trap, and the cannon is still tanking up the tower. So JDG might just end the game here. They've got 35 seconds on the death timer of Ale. Reset from Sheer. No, cancels that one. It will just be the inhib. But a Drake up as well, so JD.
You get Leona, everyone else to pile up onto somebody, and there is no flash onto Yagao, so he could be the one target they're looking for.
Cullen comes through, bit of damage onto Shanks. It's AL looking to try and fight for some control. Croco was on somewhat of a flank, but spotted on a blue ward. And Missing happy to step up and be the one to block Croco's ultimate, and instead it's Sheer just getting damage onto him. There's now a chance for AL. Ala gets stunned across the team. Bullet time comes up through, but Hope just gets dived on by the whole of JDG. They charge on forwards and tear AL apart. This is brutal gameplay from JDG.
JDG are beating AL in their own game. Proactivity, tempo, movement, ganks, everything missing. Soaked up everything that AL had to throw at them, and JDG, that is a statement game back.
People ask questions of Flandre in the previous iteration of the roster. JDG found Sheer, this young prospect, and oh my lord, is it working out? He looks incredible. AL find their first loss